Ho ho buddies, welcome to Borderline Games. I'm Gareth and today we're playing Beyond Our Rule Ripper, and last time we got to another bad ending. I think I saw in the achievements thing that it was bad ending 23. Basically we sent Piano off and then something happened and then the game ended. We sent Piano off because he just turned out to be number 2. So then we went back and we picked a different option. And we now know at this point that Piano is number 2 before the council, and I think that means it's a good thing and it's going to inform us of something to do later on, I'm guessing. Let's carry on. So Poker is talking to us two who are teamed up, and also the other people that are teamed up, which is Cigar and Cocktail, I think. He says there's no way to hide anything up any sleeve this late in the game. Everything gets revealed whether you want to or not. Let's carry on. And we're supposed to believe you, wholeheartedly, because you really are going to make this difficult for me, huh? Listen well and make a choice by yourselves later. As much as he couldn't trust him at all, on top of not having the slightest intention of allying with that man, he couldn't deny being interested in what he had to say, so he simply stayed silent. Coffee followed suit as expected, so Poker leaned back in his seat, relaxed, and started reciting his story. Oh. Story time. Oh. Poker. Right as I opened the door, I received a very warm welcome, as you can imagine. Hey. Hope I'm not interrupting anything. You came to kill us. No, I came to do a number 1. But of the non-killing sort. What a funny and inappropriate time to make that joke. Out. So now I've lost the right to take a piss. Drop the jokes, Poker. How did you know we were here? I have to say, Cocktail's professionalism is seriously incredible. Barely a sign of surprise in his face. Truly a poker face. Cigar looked like she was about to faint, glassy eyes, trembling voice, yet there he stood, unfazed as if nothing was wrong. Though it wasn't a perfect poker face. In fact, it reminded me a bit of yours right now. He can hide his rage much better than you, but deep down you feel the same. Oh please, I'm not psychic. How was I supposed to know you were here? Was it luck then? That's one of my strong points. Yet you're in this game. Ah, touché. But hey, while we're all chilling here, let's talk. I gave him the same offer, basically. Cigar was the first one to go for my throat. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Do you really think we'd cooperate with a killer? We're not like you. You're the worst, blah blah blah. That's what his interpretation of what she said. That's kind of funny. You get the idea. Answer wasn't much different from yours. Now come the interesting bits. No, we should consider it. What? 3 more need to die for us to survive. If we turn down his offer, the other pair might not. Right on. Somebody gets it. Cigar turned to stone for a few seconds and then gave an answer you might not expect. Bill and Coffee can die. Whoa, especially with one of them being 4. But I refuse to let the kid die. Think I'm pulling your leg? Ask her later and see how she reacts. So who's going to be the third one to go then? You. You can take Piano's place if you're that worried for him. You really think she considered it? Oh, you really think she considered it? Ha! Yeah, right. No. I want to get out. I have a family that's waiting for me. Sure, guess you have your own kid. It's tragic, but... I refuse. Then who? Cocktail. Want to betray your buddy and join me? I just said it as a joke. Well, sort of. I did want to hear her answer. Ahem. Poker, give us some time to think about it in private. We'll give you our answer before the council. Fingers crossed. After all, if I don't have any deals before then, I'll have to defend myself. We won't vote you out. I can promise that much. Oh really, and why is that? We already talked about this. The one who started the killing has to be the one to end it. We already talked about this. Did we talk about this? I'll leave with my hands clean. Your hands might, but what about your conscience? Your hands might be clean, but what about your conscience? That's unavoidable. Then you'll leave me alive so I can take care of the ones left. Really? You have my word. That doesn't mean much to me. I'll be waiting for that answer of yours. Until then, I'll go do some business with the other side. Bye. Do we trust that that's what they said to Poker? Who knew if he was telling the whole truth? But it did sound plausible. Their words were hard to stomach, but they were fair. He wouldn't blame anyone for choosing someone else's death over their own. Then, piano is the reason why you can't join them. And what makes you think I'd think differently? Nothing. Of course you'd be against it too. So I'm telling you the same thing I told them. The only way to keep Piano alive is to backstab your ally. Not literally, mind you. Poker looked at Coffee. Her eyes moved towards the floor, trying to avoid his gaze. That's only true if you include yourself. Haha. No shit. I'll be even more blunt. By owning up to a mistake I made, though I'd say everyone made it. Back when the game started, when we read the rules, I made one remark you might remember. The owner's generosity when he decided that the three of us could survive instead of a single winner. Felt like a small blessing back then. A small, even if strange, show of pity from that piece of shit. But a few hours ago I realised the truth. What seemed like pity is actually just one more show of cruelty. Might even be the worst ones in the game. Having only one winner would be better. Because everyone has to then compete. Is that what it means? But why wouldn't everybody just compete to get position 1, numero uno? Get it? Seems like she does. Hell, she probably figured it out long ago and kept it to herself. How can one survivor be better than 3? If there was only one, we wouldn't be talking right now. I could have ended this hours ago by taking you all out. Well, you could still do that instead, though, couldn't you? I guess if you didn't want to kill people. It'd mean having to kill even more people, and trust me, I wouldn't love that. But this dilemma wouldn't exist. It's only a dilemma for you. No. No, this affects all of you too. Don't you see it? This game was designed to be played in pairs. Wouldn't it be so much simpler if it was 2 survivors max? If it was only 1, you'd just have to betray your ally. But 3? A pair and a half. Bingo. The game doesn't force you to do it, but you can save someone else beside your partner. Half of another pair. A perfect recipe for dilemmas, fights and betrayals. You're right. That's why it's much easier if someone already betrayed their ally. Like you. That's what you're getting at, right? You're the player without a pair, so you're looking for one. Cigar and cocktail want to save piano, however therefore... Wait, this doesn't justify anything. Why are we even considering this in the first place? Bill, Coffee and Piano, they could be the winners, but only if they could defeat Poker and the other pair. But from Poker's perspective, his best option was to ally with either one of the two remaining pairs. If Poker and Piano worked together, they'd have to break up one of the two pairs. That explained his actions and the halted state of the game. Neither pair wanted to work with the killer, especially when it would damn Piano. That couldn't last forever, however. Poker could kill them at any time. Maybe he would right then and there if he didn't get what he wanted. Even if he was safe from being accused thanks to Cocktail. If Poker lost his patience, if he decided that gaining either pair's trust was impossible, he could end the game before the next council, saving only Piano and someone else at random. See how hard it is for me? A pain in the ass. Thank God that I can vent a little with you two. Anyways, still waiting for an answer. Are you with me or against me? Want to save Piano or not? Bill knew one thing for certain. No matter how much he hated that man at that moment, he didn't wish for his death. In an ideal world, he would be prosecuted for his crimes. However, in one with only 3 survivors, he wouldn't be one of them. Could I take his deal and betray him at the council? That would require the death of Cocktail and Cigar before the council, but it would save Piano's life. He couldn't believe that he was considering that possibility. Even if he managed to betray him, he'd be responsible for 2 innocent people's deaths. Poker would be his hitman. Oh, here we go, we've seen this text before, so can we skip this? So he couldn't help but look back at the now lost dream of escaping alongside the remaining players. The ideal end that was bleeding out in value with every death. So can I skip this? I think I can. Skip here. Touchy. We've seen this as well. There we go. Piano had become the linchpin of the game. Let me just check the log, make sure. The truth was slightly different. She needed some alone time to think, and so did Bill. If nothing changed soon, not even his rule would save them. How could he save anyone if he couldn't save himself? Okay. Piano had become the linchpin of the game, even more so than the killer, on top of the alleged fact that everyone wanted him to survive. He was rule 2. Yeah, we didn't know this last time. At this point. Hold on. Having acquired that rule's identity and with the mystery of the killer solved, the parasitic hope in his brain took back control. What was the outside hiding? They couldn't rely on a miracle, but abandoning all hope without even knowing what was out there didn't feel right either. I have to talk to Piano. Unfortunately, there were issues. He didn't know his location, and the time before the council was short. Unless... Rule 8 was gone. The Messenger app was now fully free to use. Without wasting any more time, he tapped the menu, opened a chat with 2 and began to write. He went with a straightforward approach. That was the best way to hide his identity. Is there a way to escape or find the antidotes outside? He wasn't sure if he'd get a reply, and even if he did, it probably wouldn't be what he wanted to hear. Still, he had to give it a shot. No. The reply was unexpectedly quick, though it contained no surprises. Ooh, okay. Still, he wasn't going to end the conversation after just one word. Are you sure? Did you check everything? Enough of the questions. I've got too many problems already, and you're one of them. That did make sense, even if the comment still stung a bit. He wasn't used to being treated for what he was, a bomb that would explode in a few hours. That hostility was familiar. It could be seen as confirmation that he was indeed Piano, though there wasn't much room for doubt anymore. For once, he was in an advantageous position with his identity, Even if Piano knew about his alliance with Coffee and their numbers, he didn't necessarily know which one was for. Pressing the issue could put his identity in danger. They all knew his intentions very well and what his goal had been for the whole game. In fact, those messages could already be enough to figure out it was him. Was it worth the risk, or should he back off? It seems like risky business. If you don't want me to be a problem, I need to have an alternative. Fine. Then how about we exchange some info? I'd like to survive without relying on my rule, without any more deaths. And for that, I need your help. Oh, I can choose between one of these. I didn't realize it was an option. But he just said... But he said I shouldn't push it. I just... Can I not? Do I have to do it? Oh, I don't know whether I should be doing it. Can I go back? I don't want to do one. If you don't want me to be a problem, I need to have an alternative. Exchange info. I'd like to survive without relying on my rule. Did that time out? Did I do it wrong? Deciding it was enough for now, he exited the messaging menu. Was that the right thing to do? With nothing more to do, he checked the time and confirmed that once again the time was upon them. The 8th Council. If poker allowed it, that is. Oh shit, I hope he did the right thing then. I don't want another dead end. The dead ends are fun. Beyond the Rule Ripper. Save. He tried to clear up his mind. Okay, so we've seen this as well. So we can skip all of this. That's okay. Right into it. Okay, so this is new. Same as you did last time. No point in waiting, plus I was the only one left. Wait, so Rule 3 doesn't matter anymore? Its effects still do. Not like we need to care that much about them at this point. You certainly don't, given that we all know your rule. Touché. He likes saying touché. Speaking of, coffee. Why number 7? Is there a problem with it? You only had 2 numbers to choose from. 6 and 7, right? Bet you didn't see that one coming. You gotta be good at counting the cards left in the deck. So, why 7 and not 6? Any reason? So, just accuse me if you think I'm 6. Right, so, Coffee says that she's 7, I think, right? No point, the rule I'm interested in is your partners. Let's put all the cards on the table. Bill and Coffee are linked. If she's 6, he's 4. Poker. Mind you, I haven't chosen who to kill yet. It's just that Rule 4 is... Well, no need to explain it to you. Uh-oh. He's put us in a corner. There's no accusation yet. Okay, so I could counterattack. What did I do last time? Did we have this last time? Should I counterattack? Leave it to Coffee. Show my hand. Seems like a foolish thing to do. Accuse him. Don't want to accuse him. That involves using this, right? That's what that means, I think. Show my hand. Seems like I'm making myself vulnerable. Leave it to Coffee is essentially doing nothing. Should I accuse him? But didn't accusing lead to a bad thing last time? Counterattack, I guess. So you're going to kill Rule 4? Something's got to be done with it, no? Or what did you expect me to spare you at the cost of our lives? No, I don't want to win like that either. I want to win honourably. That's the truth, I don't want to. Doesn't mean I won't if I have no other choice. In that case, what do you propose? You still got a chance to give up your life for us. It's easy, just walk away. No. It might be selfish, but I want to live, especially if my death puts everyone else in danger. Or someone else in danger. Oh, that's a good thing. I've been considering another option. It's not a new idea, and I know it'll sound naive, but now it's a real possibility. Piano, we know you're two. Huh? Not sure if Cocktail and Cigar know it too, but there's no need to hide it anymore. Gee, I wonder what kind soul gave you that information. Of course you couldn't help yourself. I can't even be surprised. In any case, I can see where this is headed. Are you still under the belief that our salvation is waiting outside? We can't be killing each other while there's still a chance another way exists. Sorry, Coffee. Even though I said I'd change and would help you win, I can't let this chance go. No one here wants Piano to die, right? There's no need to fear an accusation against him. And with his role no longer a secret, he doesn't need to sneak outside and return for every council. He can explore freely and without limits, while keeping us informed through texts, now that Rule 8 is gone. Is it a bad thing that we're kind of going down the same route? Ah! We're going to have the same dead end, maybe. What do you say, everyone? There's one issue. Though he doesn't need to return for every council, he does need to drink his antidote. That's true.
Actually, maybe not.
What?
From what I found outside, seems like there's another place to get them if you're out.
If you're out. Not sounding very confident about it.
That's because I haven't tried it, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
That all makes sense, but isn't it too dangerous to let a kid go alone? We don't know what's out there. What's the worst thing he could run into? Zombies? Spiders? I mean, spiders wouldn't be that bad. I don't know. That's what's worrying. I hate spiders. Though no zombies, obviously.
We've nothing to lose, but he's the only one who can decide. Can't promise anything.
Was stuttering. You don't need to. If it doesn't work out, we'll look for something else. There's nothing else. Except for one thing. That's what needs to be promised by you. Hell, we could give the kid more time to explore if we took Rule 4 out. I know. He knew what taking that path meant, but the alternative was worse. I promise, if Piano's search doesn't yield any results in time, then you can kill me.
Huh.
This is the same thing. I'm worried that I'm getting the same ending. Me? How about taking some responsibility and doing it yourself? If we get nothing after 2 hours, leave the bar and help Piano. You're right. I will. No. You cannot do that. By being eliminated that way, your rule would still remain until the end of the hour. You would doom all of us. Easy fix. He just needs to leave before...
He would have to do it before the end of the 9th Council. In other words, in about 1 hour.
Yeah, this is all going the same.
That's not enough time. I'm against this.
Who asked for your opinion, girl? Of course you are, but what are you going to do to stop it? Force the kid to stay. Force Bill. I will take matters into my own hands if he doesn't keep his word. Coffee. I know making the promise means breaking the one I made to you. I already broke one with vodka, so I don't want to do it again, but...
Piano can leave. Our lives will still be in danger if he stays. More danger, in fact.
See, she's using her head. Good job.
When the time comes to decide the fate of Rule 4, we will talk.
When? Not if. Low expectations, huh? Can't say I disagree. It does feel a little different, but I'm not sure.
I'm feeling too much pressure.
Therefore, can we say that an agreement has been reached? I guess. Let's close shop now so the kid gets a head start.
Wait! I need to drink my antidote before I go.
This is the same, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I've messed up. Oh, right. Didn't you say you could get out? You can get it outside, though. But it's not. Text.
I need some time to get it. It's safer to drink it here first.
I guess we'll know if we get past this point and it'll be grey text. Alright. Still no point in keeping the council going. I agree, let's conclude. They'd found the way to survive another hour, and with it hoped to defeat the owner. Yet there were no smiles. Any desire to celebrate or be hopeful that he could have had shattered. The only feeling he could sense now was that of a sword's blade, hanging unsheathed above his head. Maybe I should have clicked one of those options when I skipped it. In a sense, he had just signed his death sentence. The time limit had been reduced to less than an hour. His life was now in Piano's hands. And yet the feeling of guilt for failing coffee was even heavier. Chapter end. Yeah, I feel like because it's so short, that this might be just another dead end. Beyond Art. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Okay, so... We've seen this before. Yes, seen this before. Yes. Fermata, which is a pause. Yep, see, I must have got the wrong ending. Yep, so this is... Okay, tragic end, hangover. But I want the perfect end, the greatest gamble, instead. So what did I do wrong? So... I could... go back to the council and select a different option, or I go back to piano, piano, and do another thing instead of... Wait. Okay. So skip past this, message piano, Right. Skip, 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 skip. Touchy. So we go our separate ways. This is going to be an episode of skipping. Doesn't sound like a fun time. Okay, okay, here we go. Right, so I can say... So, I haven't got my log. I like to survive without relying on my rule, without... So what's the thing that gives... the least information to piano? I like to survive without relying on my rule. Not this one. If you don't want me to be a problem, not that one either. Both are kind of acknowledging that I am rule 4. This is kind of doing it, but to less of an extent, do you not think? So maybe I should do this one.
Well, can you give me that be of any use?
Good question. Oh, hang on. Was it worth the risk, or should he back off? No, that's what we said before. Before he could answer, another message arrived.
Unless you know something big about this game, I don't care.
Okay. Like what exactly?
Who's the one behind this, or where we are? I don't know. Otherwise, stop bothering me.
The conversation didn't seem to be going anywhere. There was no reveal he could offer, although there was something he could use to put some pressure. Should I reveal that I know his identity, or should I stop here? I feel like it's a bad idea to tell... We don't want to tee Piano up for defending himself before the council, do we? If he called him out as Piano, maybe he'd be forced to negotiate. If he called him out as Piano, maybe he'd be forced to negotiate. I know who you are. Now I know that I cannot answer instead, so it's whether I don't answer or whether I say that. I feel like this will prep Piano up, and that's the wrong thing to do. Though it would. Maybe I shouldn't do this and see if we get the same thing. And if it looks like we're getting the same thing, I can just reload it. Yeah? Okay. So I'm gonna do that again. Oh, maybe that was wrong. Okay. Right. This is going to be my latest save. Be under 49 saves. Okay. This looks like it's going to be the same. Right into it. Okay. This looks similar. Maybe I should have just said, I know who you are. Yeah, know that. Yeah, know that. Yeah. Okay, so... I still don't think any of these are the better option. No accusation. Counterattack. Let's do that. So you're gonna kill Rule 4. Okay, we've seen that. Yep, seen that. Yes, this is the same. It's gotta be wrong. We know you're 2. Can't be killing each other while there's still a chance another way exists. Even though I said I changed and would help you. Yeah, this has got to be the wrong thing. Pretty sure that's the thing. Yeah, okay, we've seen zombie spiders.
Can't promise anything.
Yeah, it's the same. Bring yourself. Piano could leave. Our lives would be in danger. Didn't you say you could get it outside, though? Alright. Still no point in keeping the council going. Oh, I forgot we can use the clock, actually. Let's conclude. It had found the way to survive another hour, and with it, hoped to defeat the owner. In a sense, he just signed his death sentence. The timer had been reduced, and yet the feeling of guilt... Yep, okay, we've seen this. Chapter end. Okay, that can't be right, can it? Okay. I guess I should have known. Skip this. I've got to try to find the right way through this before we end the episode. Just want to make sure this is definitely... Yeah, this is definitely... Yeah, this is definitely all the same. Let's... Yeah, we've done this. Right? Yeah, okay. Okay. So we can do this, I think. We can do this. Left no other ally to rely on. Bill joins back with coffee and with none. So what's this? Bad end. Okay. $7.22. Boy, do I love this bit of the game. Keep on coming back to it. Right, okay. So... No, but I can just load to a little later, can't I? Yeah, there he is. Where's our thing gone? Why is it all weird? Right. No, not this. It's not this, is it? Load. Here. Yeah? No. Was it? Boom, 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 boom. Skip this. And then we're just going to go ahead and click forward through Piano's thing. I'm guessing the middle thing was the right thing because he didn't then just freak out. Hurry up. Okay, so I think this is the right thing to say. Exchange info. I know who you are. Sounded threatening, but that way he could mask his own identity. The reply didn't take long.
Oh yeah? Who?
You can only be Piano, and actually I do have some info for you. He hadn't considered it until that moment, but Piano probably didn't know about Poker's plan or the two sides that had been formed. This time the reply took a bit, enough to make him wonder if there wouldn't be any at all.
Go on.
Alright, now how do I explain this? Poker tried to make a deal with me. He's looking for 2 people he can keep alive, to then kill everyone else and end the game. Okay.
You telling me this because you refused?
I would never kill a killer. No, I would never join a killer. Did he talk to you?
Nah, I doubt he will.
And there's a reason for that. If he leaves you alive, he could only keep 1/2 of one of the pairs alive. And it doesn't look like anyone will betray their partner. At least I absolutely won't. Also, neither of the 2 pairs want you to die. So for now, we've both refused his offer. Once again, he had to wait a bit for the reply.
So what? What's his plan if no one joins him? Kill everyone?
Even if he's a murderer, he really doesn't seem to want to be the only survivor, or he'd have ended the game by now.
So he really considers himself the winner just gotta choose who else lives, right?
Basically.
Take his deal. Then after he kills the other pair, you can just betray him.
By betray him, you mean voting him. To do that, we'd have to reach the council, and he'll probably do the killings before that. The council is practically about to start, though. And that's exactly why if someone took up his deal now, he'd probably still wait until the next hour to act to make sure he wasn't betrayed. It was a deadlock, a tie that only poker could end, and he didn't seem willing to do so until he chose his victims or until the time limit was almost over. If he believed that most of them wouldn't vote for him, he could take his time. He'd have given a blank check to decide who would go through the exit alongside him. And it was all thanks to their unwillingness to dirty their own hands. Only the one whose hands were already forever tainted was fine with going even further.
I don't know then.
Did we condemn ourselves? In that case, defeating Poker would give him no benefits, precisely because he wasn't willing to kill. Removing Rule 1 would only create new problems. The only methods he could use to survive The only methods he could use to survive involved using his own rule by remaining alive until the time limit ended, or getting rid of 3 people through accusations. Either kill people directly to guarantee one more life would be preserved, or be passive and let all lives except Coffey's and his own be taken away, but that make him responsible for their deaths.
Do whatever you want, and I'll do too.
Poker's life was meaningless in either case. His death would be the less painful one, but that wouldn't matter if Poker was faster than him or Rule 4. Maybe I don't have any other choice but to take him out. No, focus! The one thing that matters now is... Well, I gave you some info, so now's your turn. Anything outside the bar?
No luck finding the exit yet, and the way to the antidote is locked.
Locked? How?
Need a keycard to get to the top floor, where they seem to be. Trust me, spent a while looking and it's not looking good.
It was disheartening, but not unexpected. The owner would not make a game that could be escaped from easily. It was probably impossible, but he did want to consider the possibility. If the building they were in was big enough, Piano alone would have a hard time finding anything in the short amounts of time he could step out. And as long as he was the only one allowed to, as long as that rule remained, that would not change. Did Darts tell you anything? He was hiding something big.
No, he always kept his mouth shut.
Right, he was very secretive, but you were his ally. Does the Void sound familiar?
No.
Really?
Really.
An attempt had been made. Deciding it was enough for now, he exited the messaging menu. Okay. So is this gonna... Have I not found a way? I guess it must be the other options. Okay, this is the same. This is the same. This is the same. Right into it. What I'm interested in. Poker. Okay. So it's either that these are wrong, as in the one I did was wrong, or the one I did was right, and what we did before has changed what's going to happen next. I don't know. I don't know if any of these are right. I feel like accusing was the wrong thing to do. Show your hand, leave it to Coffee. Counterattack. So you're going to kill Rule 4. It's easy. There's no need to hide it anymore. Okay, this is the same. What do you say, everyone? Is this the same stuff? Yes, this is the same stuff, right? Another place to get them. Yep. Not very confident about it. I haven't tried it, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah, this is zombies and spiders time, isn't it? Path seems like a dead end. It's gone down. It wasn't going down before, was it? Will you stay here with us then?
Sure, better than to run around those hallways alone.
This is different, right? And there you have it. Next up is... How about a proposal of my own? Okay, this is different. This is good. Same one as last time. I'm giving you 4 another chance at taking something. This Titanic has 3 lifeboats. 1 for me, 1 for the kid, and 1 for whoever takes up my offer.
For me, even if I'm...
Shut up and get it in the boat. Get in the boat. Shut up and get in the boat. They won't accept it any other way. Not like I want you to die either, of course. I'm not so sure of that. And what makes you think we'll change our minds? If you want us to take your hand, you shouldn't have tainted it with blood. What a clean freak. I'd love to wash them, but I can't. I might have to choose by myself after all. Let's be honest though, only reason you can reject it is because you know you've got way better odds of being spared by me than these guys. You know what they say? Women and kids first. It seems like you have it figured out. What's stopping you? Doesn't feel like you'd be convinced by anything we say. I'm stuck choosing between these 2 gals. That doesn't answer the question. If you've already made your choice on Bill and I, why are we still alive? What a way to thank me. I'm giving you 2 a chance. I'm not playing with you, I swear. You already know my answer. Sure, but what about you, bartender? Always so cordial, ready to serve a gentleman. Is that who you really are? I am, during my work hours. However, despite all my time behind this bar's counter, this isn't my post. Cocktail. Poker, under the present conditions, I cannot accept your offer. Present conditions? I cannot trust one that doesn't finish what he started, nor in one who cannot make a choice. If you have a hard time choosing between cigar and coffee, let me make that choice for you. Cigar put her trust in me. If I must choose between myself, my partner, and a child, I'll decide once the 2 that don't belong here anymore abandon this ship. What? My apologies, Bill. That's the situation we're in. There's nothing I can do to save it. Should I intervene here? Should I be objecting? In other words, you want me to kill them first? An easy task, if you're not the one doing it, huh? And then what? Might have misheard you, but I'm pretty sure you just implied that the kid's life is on the table. Is that really one of your options? So I could be like, hey. Oh.
Ah!
I won't repeat myself. We can discuss everything once the 4 of us remain. Cocktail. Didn't quite see this coming. Alright, fair enough. have to stop this, but how? Okay, so we've got the same things. So I can accuse rule 1. Attack poker. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So complete a cocktail, complete a cigar. Well, wouldn't my opportunity have been to object with cocktail before? I could plead to cigar. To reason with cocktail? Maybe? Maybe. Cigar, are you okay with this? Yes, that's what I thought. Me. Point at piano. Beg for help. Or be specific. Point at piano. Or just generally say help. Point at piano. There's piano. I'm not asking about me and coffee. It's piano. Cocktail made his intentions very clear. He's willing to sacrifice piano to save himself. Yeah. If poker kills us too, he might go next. Come on, cigar. Oh, do I do... don't take my words out of context. I don't need your help. Oh, so I gotta go there if that's... Oh, I think he would do that. He's made it clear that he will. Cigar, if that was true, he would have been clear about it. But... I know you want to trust your ally. I'd do the same in your shoes. But if you want to save piano, you can't look the other way. Okay, now what? Calm down. Billy's just trying. Stop poker or cocktail. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm aware, I understand why he's desperate, but... Cigar isn't at fault. True, seems like that's you.
What?
Sorry to say, but if you weren't here or weren't a kid, this would all be much easier. Oh shit, I might have messed up. Just kidding, of course you're not at fault for that, but that damn owner is the culprit, or else, what did he say? Even if you're correct, you cannot escape your responsibility. Blaming your captor solves nothing. My responsibility, eh? Why is that? I'm the killer, not your hitman. Oh, interesting. Nothing prevents you from acting on your own. If you truly don't care about your opinions, why are you still listening to us? For once, I'll hand it to you. You're right. I've given you, all of you, too many chances. Chances. Not choices, chances. I'm way too kind for my own good. Really? How can I be considered the villain here? If you want to prove your kindness, free us from this torment. You already know my offer. Your offer, more than anything else. I still can't get over it. Cocktail. I expected this from poker, but not from you. Nothing is off the table, as painful as that is to admit. I can't accept this. I have to... Oh. Press poker, press cigar. Okay. I don't know. Press cocktail? Why would I press cocktail? Some things can never be acceptable if you insist on turning your back on piano. You won't be any different from poker. Think of me as you like. I'm being objective, that's all. Drop it, you won't change his mind. Or anyone's. Feels like we've all accepted what's coming next, save for you. As long as I'm alive, I'll keep fighting back against this insanity. As long as you're alive, eh? Uh-oh. It's about time I get that fixed. Oh, God. Okay, it's a dead end. So anyways, my patience finally ran out. It's my turn now. Before he could ask what he meant or try to change his mind, Poker got up and started walking towards him. Poker, wait! I've waited enough. Can't expect me to wait forever. What do we do? He froze in place trying to come up with something, anything, but there wasn't enough time, and even if he had been able to move, there wasn't a place to escape. Let's start with the obvious problem. Sorry kid, I know you didn't choose your role. I didn't either. The speed at which it occurred was such that, to him, it seemed as if gravity had disappeared. Poker had grabbed onto both his arms and had lifted him in the air. He tried to fight back, but it was futile. Seconds later, he found himself dying on the floor a few meters away from the council table. You've broken the core rule, you'll now be eliminated from the game. He had left the council, his ally would come next. The others watched the events in silence. Cigar and Piano were horrified despite the lack of blood. Cocktail had closed his eyes, his face severe. One hand gripped another as if he was praying. Was the prayer meant for them or for himself? By the time Poker reached Coffee, she'd already risen from her chair. Her legs trembled. As she moved, she knew her fate was sealed and had accepted it. Or so he thought. Oh?
Poker.
The cornered mouse threw a left hook at the cat, who had no trouble stopping it with his right hand. I'd love to say nice try, but... Before he could finish the sentence, Coffee gripped the left arm of her opponent with her other hand. Poker's reaction was closer to confusion than shock. To say, jiu-jitsu move until Coffee threw her body backwards using all her strength, attempting to grab him with her. To everyone's shock, Poker lost his balance for a few moments. His right hand opened, releasing Coffee, and then tried to grab onto the table behind him. Coffee's chair tumbled to the ground, and alongside it. Nice try. Coffee had fallen. While Poker had managed to save himself in time, her barman lit up in red, confirming her defeat. Oh. However, her defeat wasn't a failure to save herself, as she'd already accepted her death with that attack. It was a failure of taking her enemy with her.
No!
The young woman tried to get up as quickly as she could in order to try again, but an unexpected object appeared before her. Poker had taken out from his pocket a simple kitchen knife, one sharp enough to become a lethal weapon, in his strong hands.
You think that'll stop me? I'm now outside the game.
That's true. Round 2 then. Think you can win against me?
Enough, please. I can't watch any more of this. Thanks for trying, Coffee. But it's hopeless. I doubt that waiting for the poison to kill me would be preferable.
Maybe not. You think you'd have a chance if we go 2 versus 1? I don't recommend it. Just watch the game's end from the audience seat. Right, Cocktail? We only need one more player gone. Will it be the woman, the kid, or you?
No.
Poker! Shut it! You're out of the ring. Make up your mind, big guy. Either we shake hands and survive together, or you try to stop me. And you know what happens if you try the latter. If you kill me, you're out of the game. If you accuse me, this knife goes through your throat. I'm aware of my options. This is my answer. The screens turned on, announcing the arrival of the final accusation. The message did not appear in the barman of the eliminated, but they immediately realised what was happening. Whoa. As soon as his fears came true, Poker quickly acted on his words. Cocktail, having been warned by his enemy, welcomed the knife by stopping it a few inches from his neck. Both men began to clash, trying to take control of the weapon. Neither one had a clear advantage. The accusation was still ongoing, forbidding all talk, except for the two who no longer had a part in it. Poker, even if you kill Cocktail now! The votes from Piano and Cigar were enough. He could try to end the game before the accusation by killing all but 3 of them. But Coffee and Bill were now outside his reach. He'd have to throw away any dignity left and kill them, the ones he'd intended to save, thus making the game's only survivor. Even if he was willing to commit such a terrible crime, the time to do it was short and Cocktail was still in his way, still resisting with barely a sweat. More than a minute passed with no victor emerging from the duel. Poker's chances are pretty much gone, and yet he didn't yield. That could only mean one thing. His goal wasn't survival anymore. He knew he couldn't. But he wouldn't let Cocktail live either. He would fulfill his promise. Was it pride or merely rage at his opponent? No one had the guts to get in the way. The audience watched in awe as Cocktail fought for his life. He didn't need to kill his enemy, and in fact, the rules forbid it. Surviving for a little longer was enough. And finally, the timer ran out. The accusation was over, and the result was as expected. Yet the fight kept going. Poker, the game's over. Accept your defeat, that's Cocktail. He appealed to reason, but found none. Poker's mind was fully focused on winning that fight. Everything outside of it no longer existed. Their staminas were running low. Neither one could last much longer. Huh. Sure, you got me, congratulations! A minute later, he woke up from his trance. His brain finally came to grips with his new situation, and with it, a realization. That means the rules don't apply to me now. The same can't be said for you. Before Cocktail could react to his words, Poker's strength changed direction. Until then, he'd been pushing the knife towards his victim. Now he pulled. The game came to an end. Both sunk into the same pocket out of the ring. Cigar and Piano had won. The result that everyone had hoped for, yet no one wanted to celebrate. Was that a good enough ending? One to settle for? No, Billiards could not accept that. Though there was nothing he could do about it. The only thing he could accept now was his death, but he couldn't even do that. Yet death came for him nonetheless. Bad end. Welcome once more. Alas, you came back here, though thankfully no death lasts forever. For you, the same cannot be said for the unfortunate rules, however. So, what mournful tragedy led to the end of your life this time? A bittersweet ending for once, though you might see it differently. This is the fated end of the council. Of this council, unless you find a way to change it. Sit tight because there's much to discuss here. Firstly, this end can be either the direct result of a choice or more likely of having exceeded the maximum tension. I would hope that you know how to fix that by now, although considering that you're here, maybe you don't, right? So this can either be the direct result of a choice or more likely of having exceeded the maximum tension. Does that mean that I more likely exceed... Oh, so maybe I should have clicked on a billiards moment and I didn't? Is that what it means? To be fair, keeping tension low isn't good enough anymore. It's not even possible to lower it much. Oh, is it just the tension going all the way down to the bottom? Is that what it means? This little chart. Piece is gone and cannot return as long as Rule 1 poker remains. You must win at his game somehow. Be that by eliminating him, finding a good argument, begging at his feet. Plenty of options, all of them unlikely to work. Plenty of them. All of them unlikely to work. Okay. If you need help, remember that you have an ally. Oh, should I have said coffee? Unfortunately for you, I have bad news. There's a chance that you don't have the right tools for the job. No matter how much you fight back trying to break these chains, all attempts will be pointless if you haven't made the right choices before this council. Oh. If you're unsure, my advice is to try again. If you take the right path, one of two things will happen. You'll either run into a different ending, or you'll reach a choice that requires the use of your arsenal. My arsenal. You'll either run into a different ending, or you'll reach a choice that requires the use of your arsenal. Maybe... Does that mean my data? Is that what it means? In the former case, I'll be here waiting for you as always to help. If it's the latter and you can't find the right weapons, go back as far as you need to and find them. In case you haven't found the means to travel easily from one point to another, look closely for time and get a hold of it. Oh, okay, this is the clue that tells me to click on the time. Think outside the box. That should be enough to help. That should be enough help. Wasn't I more generous than usual? Disagree all you want, as your opinion isn't very relevant to me. I'm doing this free of charge after all, I won't take any complaints. Well, I can tell you one last thing. A bonus. This ending comes in two versions, which one you see depends solely on the one choice in this council. Oh. Okay. Don't expect that seeing both will help you, but there's a valuable lesson to learn from either one. The confrontation between those two rules, poker and cocktail, contains a truth that might lead to your salvation. See, I gave you even more help without you having to say anything. Like I said, more generous than usual. Don't get used to it. What you should get used to instead, if you haven't already, is my farewell. It's time to make a toast in honour of a fruitful game, and the souls of these lost rules, for the Golden Jack, and for our dearest owner. Extra locked-in photo album. Okay, I'm going to have to go back through that because I'm none the wiser of where to go from here. But thank you so much for watching this episode of Beyond Our Rule Ripper. We'll be back next week with probably more of a clue. But I will see you next time. Have a good evening. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye.